Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So this week I did a live music industry chat / podcast. We discussed how music artists can brand themselves with absolutely zero budget. So this spurred this idea for this video, which I thought, because I covered sort of 5 initial tips and rules to follow if you're branding yourself on zero budget, and I thought that would be useful here too. So here we are, branding yourself on zero budget, my 5 tips / rules. Okay, so number 1 is research and plan. Do not scrimp time on research and planning. Even if you've recorded music and you're happy with your sound, that is the first main point, but there is so much to plan after that. Research into who your audience is, who you are as an artist, your values, all the foundations of your brand basically. You need to really get to know who you are. And research into what other artists are doing as well. Look at your favourite artists or artists you admire, any artists that are in a similar genre to you. Look at what they're doing on social media, look at their visuals, their logo. Just get an idea of what you want to be and how you want to be portrayed to the world. And just spend some time like digging deep into that. And it's honestly, I promise you it'll be time well spent. 2, leading on from that one, learn as much as you can. There are so many free resources on YouTube, there's podcasts, courses on marketing and branding. Just learn as much as you can about how you want to market your music, how you want to brand yourself. Have confidence, remember that you can brand yourself however you want, you can make it work for you, that's the whole point. And yeah, analyze other artists and what they're doing. I think that would be really helpful for you. Tip 3, be authentic. Now I always say this, I think it's so important. All this stuff has to come from you. You can't just think, oh, that's on trend or that will be commercially successful. Do what's true to you and make everything work for you, whether that is your branding or your release plan or whatever it is. Make sure that it feels right for you and you don't have to follow certain things that everyone does. You can bend the rules to make it fit the authentic you. And I'm just going to cover the 5 main points that I think are important to focus on here within authenticity. Obviously you have the music, you have communication, like the style of communication, your tone of voice, how you communicate to fans on and off stage, your values and message that will probably come through in your lyrics and your music authentically, but make sure that that reflects what you do off stage and your content and everything that comes from your world online to the fans. Make sure that all reflects that one same message and values. And you can obviously veer and you don't have to talk about those values all the time, but obviously you don't have conflicting values in there. Make sure that people are aware of the core message running through your brand or you as an artist. And then we have obviously visuals and your story. So all those things have to feel authentic to you. Which is why when I come back to the research point, it's important to dig deep and work out what all that is for you. So that may take some time, but I promise you it's time well spent. Next point is be consistent. So you have your brand foundations built from the authentic you know what you want to do. You have to then be consistent with it throughout everything. Make sure your social media headers and profile pictures are consistent. Make sure your style of communication is consistent, your aesthetic. Be consistent. Be consistent. Last tip, and my camera is having a mare once again, so it's going to be a quick one. Form a team. Now this should be reflective of your budget. If your budget is 0, then you reach out to friends, relatives, maybe people you know through people, and maybe students if the experience is going to give them something as well. If the experience is worthwhile to them, then it's okay to ask students to work for free because they may really want and benefit from the experience. You can also skill swap. So if you can do something else, swap it for a skill that can help you with your branding and marketing. So yeah, utilize the people around you. Make sure you have someone either in your band or on your team that has a really good eye for design. That's really important. Just having that vision is even more important than the technical skills because you can learn the technical skills if you have the time and patience. So just make sure you have someone with a good overall big picture vision and that should really help you. So to summarize, research a lot into yourself and your audience and other artists who are similar. 2, learn. So utilize the free resources as much as possible to learn about marketing and branding techniques and skills, etc. 3, be authentic. Make sure that every part of your brand is you, and that's when it shouldn't feel like branding and business. It should feel like you're creating your own world for your fans. 4, make sure all that is consistent throughout everything you do. And 5, form yourself a team. And then obviously as you grow and as your budget increases, you can improve your team as you go forward. So everything you do, whether that be forming a team or music videos, should all be reflective of your level and your budget. So as your budget increases, as your income grows, all those things will improve over time. But you can still do them, and you can still do them to a good level. It's just you have to be creative with it in order for it to look professional and not rubbish. So yeah, they are my 5 rules when branding yourself on zero budget. If you want more information on the 5 things I mentioned, that is music, visuals, communication, story, and values, then I will link a video up here and down below that will be very helpful to you. You can work through that in more depth. But yeah, that is my advice for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.